Rainbow Heart Freedom Eagle here. Good rising. It's Thursday. It's a date. Is it the 24th? Anyways, just kind of taking my time seeing if anyone will jump on this live. Yes, Thursday, October 24, 2024. What's the title of this video clip? What is Reiki? How and when do I do it? Okay, let's just go with that. I can always change it later. There are people who have been attuned to Reiki level 1, Reiki level 2, and let's go backwards for a bit. Reiki is universal life energy. Basically, it's energy. Everything that's alive has energy. Even things that are inanimate has energy. It took energy to create it. It's mass. Energy is not created or destroyed. It is just recycled. It is just transformed into something else, just like your soul, your spirit, your consciousness. Now, Reiki can be labeled a Japanese word, and in Tibetan, Usui Reiki, the foundational Reiki, Usui Shiki Ryoho. This was rediscovered by a Tibetan monk. No, I apologize. You know what? I'm multitasking. I think you can hear. It is so-called a Tibetan art form, healing art form, and was rediscovered by Dr. Mikao Usui. That's a Japanese name. He is Japanese. Rediscovered by him. And the point is, besides all, in addition to all that background, this energy can flow through you, in you, around you, across time and space, from you to other people, whether you're like Jesus Christ doing the laying of hands. How many of you ever put your hands wherever you have pain or some kind of imbalance, like a tummy ache, or maybe a toothache, perhaps a headache, or maybe if you have a migraine, you cover your eyes. I cover my eyes when my third or first eye is going through an activation. It may be a lot, so the sensations can be a lot, and I cover my eyes to kind of quell it or calm it down. So is Reiki, or this healing energy, are you just putting and adding more energy to one spot with your hands? It can come in many different forms. Can you hear these sirens? My goodness. Here I am being all calm and there's chaos all around me. And yet life still goes on. Let me give you an example. Examples of practical applications of Reiki. So some people may want to put on lotion or CBD or some kind of topical balm or ointment, whatever it is, and you can Reiki it by putting your hands on the liquid, the cream, the medicine itself, and you can pray over it, put your energy, your intention into it, like, okay, this coconut oil is healing me, my skin, maintaining its moisture, elasticity, its youthfulness. Or this pain in my leg is going to be gone, healed, and dissipated by me rubbing this ointment or balm or liniment onto it, because it also has the increased power of my intention of prayer, faith, energy, using your mind, using your energy. This is science, this is physics. When you can see and measure the energy that is transmitted and emitted from you when people pray, studies have been done on this, and it has been recorded and photographed in Kirlian photography. You can look at people's auras before, during, and after receiving energy. Prayer, positive prayer, heck, even negative prayer or negative words. Look up Dr. Masaru Emoto, another Japanese name. You can see how he uses the power of words in water crystals and how the molecular structures are changed and shifted with positive words versus negative words. You can see how strong and beautiful the crystalline structures are. Well, what do you think is happening in your body? We're made of mostly water. So people can also, in addition to like Reikiing their lotion or their topical treatment to heal their ailments, they can Reiki the water, the food. It's just prayer. I'm just using the word Reiki for semantics, using the word. But honestly, across all tradition and cultures, it's whatever, however you perceive or label it. Labels are limiting. And people will say, oh, well, you didn't Reiki your food. You didn't pray over your food before you ate it. Well, it still works. Even you drink water, you can still Reiki yourself in your body and the water in your body. Everything's connected. When we think of time, it's linear in this confined, constricted, physical, denser reality that we're currently in. However, we all are surely, whether some people are more rapidly, other people are more slowly, ascending. What do I mean? The more we evolve spiritually, our bodies, whether it be energy bodies, crystalline bodies, physical bodies, are getting less dense, more light, more, as we transcend limiting beliefs, like racism or prejudice or lack, limitation, loss, failure in ourselves, in our bloodlines, in our generational DNA, cellular memories of war, of, past traumas. Maybe these beliefs of, hey, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough. Those things are what make people denser and heavier and oscillate at a lower vibration. And then when you do things such as Reiki, like hands-on healing, whether it be in person, putting your hands on the person, it can relax, calm down, take away the anxiety and stress, the panic. It's like a meditation. You can do it on yourself and just breathe and allow yourself to regenerate, rebuild, regrow, restore, recharge. And or you can receive it from another person or a group of people in a Reiki share or Reiki circle, and or long distance, whether you want to, I'll air quotes, say quote unquote around the world, because let's face it, this travels across time and space just like our thoughts. There is no limitation. This travels across different lifetimes. What I was trying to say before, I think on many different tangents, those of you who listen to me already know this. It can be a little annoying, but somehow I tie it back in again. Time is linear in this denser reality that we're in, like 3D. However, that is not necessarily the truth of time. Time transcends everything, time and space. What do I mean? There are many different timelines, many different realities, many different parallel universes, multiverses. Go watch the Spider-Man movie. Go watch movies and you'll see that this art, quote unquote, / entertainment is actually imitating reality. They know what they're talking about, but you just may think that it's fake, that it's fiction. It's not. So when I say Reiki, yes, you can use it for relaxation. Yes, you can use it to heal a pain away. Yes, you can use it to balance, rebalance yourself, recharge, restore, revitalize yourself. You're putting more energy back so that you don't look drained. You don't look like some tomato that's decaying or some roses that are wilting. You're putting more energy, more vibration. You're becoming more vibrant again. So just like taking a shower, brushing your teeth every day and using the toilet, this is what Reiki can do for you. Do I use it? Well, duh, I think that's a given. I use it even when I'm not thinking about it. We all do. You pass by someone and you might feel like heebie-jeebies or the creeps out of them, and that's for a reason. You can feel the energy, the science behind it, the molecules, the thoughts, the vibrations. You can feel when someone has bad intent and wants to mug you or steal or like panhandlers ask you for money. And then there are other times, like, for example, I'm around certain men and I feel safe around them. I know and I trust that I feel protected. I feel safe. Whereas when I'm around other people, whether it be men, women, doesn't matter, or even kids, I feel shady. Like I feel the not so good intentions around them, in them, and even like the spirits attached to them. And I realize, okay, this is not really my fear. This is me picking up on something or someone else. We have to discern with that. So there are many applications with Reiki, and I know this is so broad and it seems like it's all over the place. I'm just trying to give you so many examples on many different levels that we don't think about. Other people use prayer flags, and their intent is each time the wind blows these flags, their intentions of positivity, of healing the world and getting rid of all these wars and having like harmonious villages and healthy ecosystems, healthy societies are transmitted into the ethers. You know, I've had other friends tell me, oh, I imagine doing like acupuncture on the earth, like on the grid lines. Like they'll post a flag into the ground, and whether they be using crystals or metal or even having a flag waving at the end or the top of the post, they know the intention that they're setting. Everything they do is a prayer. Like for world peace. Or maybe more love to the single mothers, things like that. Or maybe even love to Mother Earth, because let's face it, she's been abused and poisoned with all the things, destructive things that other people have been doing, because they look at capitalism and maybe money as a thing's means to an end at the expense of their own self-destruction of themselves and this planet. So let's go over the examples again. Maybe a mother putting hands on a baby, or when they're crying of pain, or their son or daughter when they trip and they hurt their knee, they bruise or scrape their knee. That's Reiki. Reiki share, Reiki circle, a lot of people in a group, giving energy, rebalancing energy to whoever is sitting down in a chair or laying down on the table. Reikiing your food, your water, reikiing the water inside your body, reikiing a part on your body that feels imbalanced. Okay, what was the other one? The flags, the prayer flags, reikiing the liniment or the topical healing ointment that you want to put on your skin or your body. What else? Oh, thoughts and prayer, thinking positive thoughts. For example, let's say your auntie has breast cancer, and instead of thinking fearful thoughts, think successful thoughts where she's already healed. She's already peaceful and happy on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. You know, whether she's healing through the breast cancer and or going to have surgery, what have you. That's a form of Reiki. You know, that visualization, the knowing. And what makes it work? Well, like I said, you can, it has been proven, you can see this. You can see in science the energy particles being emitted and auras looking fuller. You can see when other people suck your energy, you can read their vibes. When someone is having malevolent intent, you know, wants to do something bad to another person, you can feel drained in an interaction. Some people are exhausting because they're thinking negative thoughts, and they literally suck the energy in the air, and they suck and siphon off of other people's auras. That's why we can feel drained when we're around other people or other environments. I got really bad headache, and I felt anxiety and anger when I was in a meeting with other people who just kept complaining about wanting a pay raise. Of course, I didn't care about this because my focus was more on, hey, let's feel peaceful and harmonious, and let's do the right thing for the highest good of all. Like, all these other people had different priorities, and when people talk to me, they don't realize, they just automatically assume that I'm on the same page with them with, oh, you don't get paid enough at your job. These people don't. No one ever does. And once they start doing that, that is depreciating, devaluing, whether it's true or not. How do you hold your vibration? Are you going to remain neutral? Are you going to appreciate what you do have and have switched the perspective of, well, better than nothing, better than not having a job, better than not having an income? Because some people view and value number one, money. Other people may view other things like their health. Like, hey, do I feel peaceful, happy, appreciated, respected, and joyful? Do I feel fulfilled, like I'm contributing at this job, at this career? More so than ranking money as their number one. Like, how do I feel about it? Some people might say stability. I have a stable, secure job. Or some people might say freedom. I have the freedom to go travel anywhere and still make an income whenever and however I choose. You see, I gave you many examples of what Reiki could look like. Reiki is mainly, well, for Bear and I, we are healers, and we're not the type that like people to remain. Basically, we like the students who like to learn and become teachers and become masters. We like to give people, we don't like to give people a fish, enable them, baby them, spoon feed them. That can be, a luxury, that can be pampering, that can be nice. And at the same time, it can be enabling and draining. What do I mean? Of course, there's an energy exchange. There has to be. Otherwise, yes, it can be unhealthy, imbalanced, and draining. What was my point? If I could rewind the last 20 seconds, I would remember what my train of thought was. Oh, so this healing, any type of healing, is healing and problem solving in the mind and spirit worlds, whether it be shamanism, Reiki, natural, holistic healing modalities. People think things are just physical, in this 3D reality, like, oh, why do you have that toothache? Oh, why do you have that disease? Well, when you go to the root, that will heal, and that will transcend the problem, the issue, so that you don't have to keep, like Louise Hay says, getting cut up into surgery, getting cut and removing all these cancers over and over and over again, year after year, decade after decade. It's because the trauma hasn't been healed yet, whether it be in this life. Maybe you got molested or got raped, or maybe from different lives in your cellular memory, in your DNA, from in your genetics, in your bloodline, you know, maybe your ancestors got raped and pillaged. So something to heal, like with Reiki, this energy can get lighter. And why are people afraid of healing? Because they may be afraid to face fears, like the things that may be heavy that I'm saying right now. Oh, you got molested. Oh, your ancestors got imprisoned, got enslaved, raped, all this stuff, killed. Your villages got pillaged and raided. You had colonialism, things like that. And this can last for, I want to say 14 generations. I believe it's 14. Okay, initially I heard people say 7, but no. When I was learning from other doctors, I most recently heard in the last decade 14. When I was younger, I heard 7. You know, like, oh, this, like people who have alcoholism in their family or breast cancer in their family, it gets passed down through the generations. Initially I heard 7, but now I'm hearing from scientific studies from these doctors is that it's, these researchers, it's 14. Epigenetics. Look it up. EPI genetics, GENETICS. So these things can be passed down, and these are other things that we can heal through Reiki. You know, it's just an onion peeling and healing back the layers. So you may be thinking you're healing only your own stuff that happened in this lifetime. Oh no, honey. It goes way back with people, your relatives, your family that is related to you, 14 generations. Even if, like for example, you don't have any mercury in your teeth or metal, but your mom had it, and your mom gave birth to you. So of course, that can be passed down from her to you, like in the blood, you know, in the fluids. So you may think, oh, my body doesn't have that. I never had that implanted in me. Why do I have that? That's a physical example. And Reiki can heal. But the reason why I said it can be uncomfortable is because people can be afraid of these fears. It might be too heavy for them to face these truths. Oh, this happened to my ancestors? This is the anxiety I'm feeling? This is the anger I'm feeling towards these people? Yeah. You may think it's not even your own, but in a sense it is, because it's coming from your past. We're all interrelated. Again, like I said, the time is not linear. What do I mean? A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not a line, linear. It's not a line. It's not even just a spiral. It's like a cloud. We are all coexisting. All these different realities are all coexisting, and sometimes, well, quite often more than not, bump into each other. It's just the lower vibration beings are not aware, do not see, hear, feel it all the time, whereas the beings that are in like higher, like 11th dimension, whatever, just, you know, higher than where we're at. We're like at 3, 4, 5 now, ascending. But people who are higher, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 100, all these higher dimensions, they know. They look back, they can see, and this is how they're able to travel. Time travel, travel astrally, shamanically, etherically, spaceships, all this stuff. You travel through your mind, all this and that. It's because you travel through energy, and time, I guess you can say, may look like a cloud. It's hard to describe. There's so many different wormholes. But leaving it at that, Reiki can also unearth things that may have been suppressed and repressed, like, oh my gosh, I was molested as a kid. that fucking sucks. That hurts. I can't believe it. Imagine the betrayal, not just the physical hurt, when your body is ready to reveal it to you, and or you're able to face and hold and remember your memories, because it just means you're ready to heal it now. Imagine how strong you are to carry that. Imagine how strong your relatives, your ancestors are to carry this different kinds of abuse. We are all healing. You see, it's not just, oh, hey, I'm healing this physical disease. I'm healing this pain in the back. I'm healing this anxiety. It goes to the root of things. And other people use vices such as alcohol and drugs, maybe shopping therapy or sex, or, you know, the imbalance of gambling, the imbalance of using other vices to food, comfort, to maybe do it too much to the point that it's so unhealthy or toxic because it's an escapism, or maybe watching movies, or procrastination, or maybe even being a workaholic. It's escapism. They're avoiding facing certain ugly truths. Well, when you're like Vera and myself, we love to just face and unravel and unearth the things, whether it be different ET races or alien abductions, things that are happening in the inner earth, in the hollow earth, under the ground, the underground tunnels, the different beings that eat us. Yeah. I mean, like what? We eat chicken, we eat beef. You think other beings don't eat us? Well, they do. So this is why people can be avoiding healing and just numbing themselves with drugs or other escapisms, because it might be too much for them to handle the dark, ugly, scary truths, or just things that are happening, like, hey, we are not, as human beings, we're not at the top of the world thinking, oh yeah, we dominate everything and, you know, we're invincible. We're part of an ecosystem, and we are also the food of other beings. And I do mean physical flesh and also loosh, energy. I did get pretty heavy, and for those of you who are meant to hear this, know that there is also the beauty, the joy. It's a consciousness, a shift in mind perspective, which is what miracles really are. Allowing ourselves to feel peace and beauty and power and joy, and feel like we can make a difference. I mean, this is ghetto. This planet is a hard-ass training ground. You are brave to be here. Not just anyone can come here, and people who are here have come here before, because you would be so overwhelmed and your mind would explode if this was just your first time. I mean, this can be a mind fuck. So know that you can be courageous when you choose to. You can heal yourself on superficial levels, and it'll never go away. The chances and opportunities to always heal yourself on deeper levels are always asking, seeking, begging for your attention and your love, to put love and light and integration for the parts that were wounded. These darker sides, the traumatic sides, the wounded sides, the hurts, that's all they want. Sure, they want you to grieve. Sure, they want you to make them valid, to acknowledge that it has happened, that they are there. And instead of shaming or repressing, you can put love, light, and attention, just like you would love a baby, just like most people love their animals and their pets more so than they love other people and themselves. You put this love, this nurturing, this care, this nourishment, and watch yourself bloom from a rock into a diamond. strong and beautiful and shiny and brilliant under pressure. But you must do the work. It can be fun. It doesn't have to be so scary. And anything that makes you grow is worth it. Anything that makes you grow will make you uncomfortable. Diamonds are built under pressure. Are you a diamond in the rough? Let us know if you're interested in learning and receiving your own training for Reiki, shamanism, energy healing, and or if you also want to receive long distance Reiki healing sessions or shamanic healing. This is Rainbow Heart Freedom Eagle, and I'm signing out. You guys have a beautiful day. Healing, it is all that is.